Hey everybody, welcome to another video, and in this one, yes, you guessed it, we have even more information about Assassin's Creed Origins. Like, at this point, I just want them to stop for a few hours. My sources for the news here are Access the Animus and the Codex, so we're going to be taking a look to see what's new in this news thing, so let's just begin. To begin with, we're going to be taking a look at the information from Access the Animus. Now, to start off with, we have some information about the open world. That information is that when you look at precise points, you realise that they play a lot with size and distances, according to Gerard, who works on the game. I don't know his full name. But wherever you are in the world, you know where you're located. You have landmarks to look at and orient yourself. You can see some of the mountains to help you understand where you are. You can also use the pyramids to know where you're at as well, or maybe even the Lighthouse of Alexandria. In other words, you could probably navigate the open world without assistance from any of the HUD whatsoever. In Black Flag, there weren't any visual landmarks. You had to use the map to navigate. With this game, it seems as if you won't have to do that. Moving on to the next piece of information regarding Egypt's population. In 49 BC, Duran said, the country's population was a mix of native Egyptians and pockets of Greeks. These Greeks had been a part of Egypt's cultural makeup for about 1,500 years before the events of Origins, which means that they're well established within the society. And so we're going to see a very interesting cultural mix between the Greeks and the Egyptians in a lot of locations. After Egypt's conquest by Alexander the Great in 332 BCE, Ptolemy installed himself as the founder of a new dynasty of pharaohs. As a result, Greeks have lived in Egypt as a privileged class for more than 250 years, so the cultural influence by the Greeks should be quite strong in Assassin's Creed Origins. Also, Alexandria was the centre of this Greco-Egyptian mix thing. So that's probably where we'll see the cultures come together the most and the strongest, and we can see both influences from Greeks and Egyptians in Alexandria. Moving on to more details about the open world, there are a lot of deserts, but a lot of them are unique. The White Desert has a very uniquely structured rock thing, and it's built off of the real White Desert. The Black Desert, which is close by, is a very foreign environment that does not really seem the same as the rest of Egypt. Again, diversity between the areas of the open world, that's something that I like. I've mentioned it in previous videos, and again it shows the Origins team improving on the experience they provided with Black Flag, because there was no real difference between locations across the map from one another. Moving on, apparently the arena and hippodrome are both integrated into the main storyline, but quickly become optional activities that offer unique encounters and rewards and boss fights and things. But we already know this, I think. I think Ashraf Ismail did say that we'll be introduced to the arena at least in the main story, and then it becomes optional at some point afterwards pretty quickly. But, you know, I thought I'd pop that in there because why not? Moving on to some information about Bayek. Bayek, like Siwa itself where it's from, is somewhat remote from the daily realities and politics of the rest of Egypt. Where the Magi had fallen out of favour with the Ptolemies, they've been largely replaced by the Phylakes, and this group is apparently a Greek-influenced police force with newer methods, different priorities, and a wider reach than the Magi. But considering that Bayek is a Magi and these guys have replaced the Magi, we're assuming that these guys and Bayek won't be on the best of terms. But that's just speculation on my part. Moving over to what the Codex is saying, we have a little detail about the open world that it just keeps giving in a way. So, what's said is the team began with a world around the size of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flags, with one key difference. It's almost all land, and the parts that aren't land are fully realised underwater environments that hide secrets, loot, and dangerous animals. And no matter where you are, there's a density to the landscape that creates the feeling that there's always some area you haven't explored or something you haven't uncovered. Always having something new around the corner for you to discover at some point, whether you see it first time or not, is something that we have seen in games in the past, such as The Witcher 3 and Skyrim. And those games having a world that just keeps giving is one of the minor reasons that have a major effect on why the game is so good, and hopefully Assassin's Creed Origins does the same. Also, we know that Assassin's Creed Origins is going to explore the origins of the Assassins and the Assassin Brotherhood, but also it will explore the origins of the Templars, which we can easily assume Because the Templars in Assassin's Creed Origins are called the Masked Ones or the Order and not the Templars, so maybe they haven't been realised in that Templar way yet. Also, there's this thing that I've just read which kind of intrigues me. As we know in Assassin's Creed Origins, the NPCs will have a day to night cycle where they do different things at different times, which can create very unique experiences, and even the developers don't know what might happen. The example given is you might be looking for a target and actually he's been eaten by a crocodile in the Nile, so you just need to find the proof that he's dead. But for another player, they might actually find the target or do different things to locate the target. This new quest system allows the game to create more characters and unique stories to tell the players, so even though as a collective as players we will all have the same goal in the mission might unfold in a completely different way for me than say somebody else. This is quite exciting because it gives the impression that no experience between players will be the exact same. But there you have it everybody, there is a fair bit of information there. There is of course a lot more, but I didn't think I should throw it all in there and then have everybody looking at a longer video full of loads of things and just going what's going on. But I will leave a link to both my sources in the description so you can go ahead and check out all the small details for yourself. I mean, I definitely would. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, and I will see you all in the next one with another video at some point.